right there, everybody. You're all on TV. And you know what? We need to do a little test right now. Let's do a test very quickly, Adrian, before we go a step further. Sometimes when you work outside, you got to do a test to make sure the microphone works. So this is how you do the test to sync up the audio and the video. You got to say ice, ice, icicles, pop, pop, popsicles, test, test, testing. Seeing how many people are awake out there. All right. Well, a very good morning, good afternoon. I'm not awake evidently. And welcome everybody to our Belly Button competition. Yes, you are going to be on TV. So Adrian, let's do a big wide round and get everybody on TV. Go to the camera all the way around. We're going to use some other cameras. Come on, everybody. You're on TV. Wave to the camera right there. You're going to be the judges today. You are going to be the judges today, everybody. So each one of these guys, there's 8 of them now, huh? We've got a last minute contestant. There's 8 guys who have volunteered to come up here. They've got a lot of guts or a lot of drinks in their guts, whatever the case may be. But they volunteered to come up here and they're going to have some fun. And you guys are going to be the actual audience judges. So you're going to give them a score of anything from a 0 to a 5. All right, I want you to hold your hands up in the air, give them a 0 to a 5. And that's how you're going to score everybody that does come up here today. All right, now also I want to tell everybody that, again, we're going to call the guys one at a time. Sometimes the guy with the skinniest belly ends up winning. Sometimes it's the guy with the biggest belly. You never really know who ends up winning our competition. And this is our poolside hour of power, because as soon as we're done with this, I'm going to turn the microphone over to Katie, and Katie's going to host the world's sexiest man competition. And while I'm on the microphone right now, everybody, for Katie, she's leaving us to go back on board the Allure of the Seas. They need an activities manager over there. We're going to miss her, but she does such a great job. Can I ask you to give her a big, big round of applause? Doing a great job. We're wishing her all the very best for the Allure. We're going to miss you on here, Katie, for sure. All right, Katie, are we ready to go? Should we start? Okay. Let's go ahead and start here. Katie gives me a little cheat sheet here and puts it in order of course, the weight here, all right? So we're going to start off with our very first contestant, everybody, from Montreal. Let's hear it for Mike. Mike weighing in 170 pounds. 170 pounds. Come over here. Wait, stop back down. Go back down on that stuff. All right, Mike, who are you on the cruise with?
My wife and friends.
Are you celebrating anything?
No.
Well, you know what? You're celebrating a good time, right?
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be celebrating an actual birthday or anniversary. You can just be celebrating life. Who's celebrating life, everybody? That's what it's all about. You gotta celebrate life. And I gotta tell you, you guys, I don't know what you did this particular 12-day cruise, but we have not had this great of weather in I don't know how long. I'm not kidding. So you guys are bringing the great weather, even barely any emotion of the ocean. So good job there. All right, so I hope you're having a great time. Now, Mike, I want you to come up here. You obviously are our skinniest guy in the competition. So hold on one second, Mike. I want to make sure there's not a sudden wind that will blow you overboard. So I just want to make sure we're checking it out here. So Mike, on the count of 3, I need you to give me a big old belly flop. Not a cannonball, not a dive, but a big old belly flop. You ready? On 3, let's go do it, everybody. Here we go. Ready? And help me count. Everybody help me count. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ooh! Very nicely done, Mike. Good job. Mike, come right over here and use these staircases right there. Give me some scores, everybody. Give me some scores. We got 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 2, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Up here, come on, North Star. 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5. What about those people in the North Star? Can they hear me? Hi, guys. Yeah, way up there. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Score coming in at 4.21. Very nice, Mike. Hey, Mike. So far, you're in the lead. Very good. All right, here we go. Up next, weighing in at 180 pounds from New York, here comes Joe P. We got a couple different Joes, so we're gonna do Joe P, right? Joe, stop right there. Joe, who are you on the cruise with?
My wife.
Your wife is celebrating anything?
My birthday's the 15th, so.
Okay, it's not necessarily on this cruise, but it's the month of March, so you're celebrating. All right, Joe P. P stands for what?
Italian.
Yeah, Italian, I can tell that. All right, Joe. All right, so here we go on the count of 3. Give me a big old belly flop. Ready? Come on, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Holy cow, are you kidding me? You even got wet, Katie, on that one. These guys are incredible. double today. All right, good job. Let me see some scores here. What do we got? We got 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 2 from the Russian judge. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. For a score coming in at 4.49. Very nice. All right, here comes our next Joe weighing in also at 180 pounds. Give it up for Joe from Maryland. Hey, it's Joe. Joe, what's your last name?
Fillmore.
Fillmore. Joe, who you on the cruise with?
With Mary, right here in the blue.
Mary, and who's Mary?
Wife.
Wife, yeah, thank you very much. You would say, normally my wife, Mary, is how you say that. All right. Like, no, he goes, with Mary, like everybody knows who Mary is. All right. There's something about Mary. Yes, thank you. All right, very good. So, yeah, very good. It's an old reference. All right, so you guys celebrate anything?
Just life.
Life. All right, terrific. All right, get on up there. You know what you need to do. This is Joe Fisher. Am I saying he's Fillmore? I'm sorry. Joe Fillmore on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Very good. Listen, everyone's doing a pretty good job here today. All right, good job. All right, let's see. Let's get some scores. What do we got? 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Thank you, everybody. 4. Where's Adriana? 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Lots of 4s. For a score coming in at 4.34. 4.34. Boy, they're doing great here. We normally don't get this big of scores at the beginning. Also from Canada, here comes contestant number 4. It's Isham, or Sean. Am I saying your name right? What? Isham. All right. Isham, who are you on the cruise with?
Wife and 2 kids.
Wife and 2 kids. Where are they? Right there. Okay. And are you celebrating anything right now?
No, not really.
Not really. Just a family fun vacation.
Vacation with the kids.
All right. Terrific. Anything to get away from the snow in Canada, right?
Oh my God, minus 40. I prefer to be here.
Minus 40. Where are you from in Canada?
Montreal.
Montreal. All right, terrific. All right, Isham. It's Isham, am I saying it right? Isham. All right, Isham, come on up there. Isham, you know what you might want to do? You might want, I don't know if you know this, but there's a gym here on board. You might want to go to that a couple times. Damn it. All right, very good. Get up there, Isham. All right, very good. I'm kind of glad I'm hiding this body underneath there. All right, Isham. Here we go, my friend. On 3, everybody. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Isham, that was pretty good, buddy, but it was kind of more of a dive on that one. That's all right, but that's okay. That's all right. Look at, we got 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3. 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Wait a minute. If you're going to give me a score of 1, use your index finger only, please. There are children present. I want to make sure we're clear about that. All right. For a score coming in at 3.09. All right. By the way, everybody, I want to tell you, can we get a shot, Adrian, of just some of the wonderful officers here on board? Give it up for our officers up there. They're our guest judges right there. Look at them. Some of our wonderful, we got everybody from our guest service manager, our staff captain, hotel admin, our executive housekeeper. We've also got our HR manager and our financial controller, who I really like because he's the one that pays us. But again, everybody, they're here because they're helping us judge the belly flop, helping you judge. But officer visibility on board this ship is something very, very important to us. So I hope you've seen the officers because they're around and they'll continue to be around. It's very, very important that they are around. And of course, they see you and you see them, that's for sure. All right, so thank you for being here, you guys. All right, now we're up to our next contestant, right? Our next contestant is coming in now at 220 pounds from Indiana. Here comes Kenny. All right, Kenny. Kenny, what are you wearing, Kenny? Uh-oh, what's happening? I don't know. What's happening, Katie? He's got a, oh no. Holy cow. Yeah, Hugo, get out of the way, Hugo. You don't want, oh my God. That is hysterical. Kenny, get over here. That is hysterical. I have to say, that is very funny. Kenny, stay right here. There is that new movie coming out, right? It's not out yet, is it? The Batman versus Superman. So look at this, Batman versus Superman. I don't know. So I don't know who I want to know who on this one. I mean, this particular thing. All right, now, okay, you don't. Please don't scare the children. All right, we don't want you to scare the children on this one. Kenny, who are you on the cruise with?
My wife.
Wife? And your wife and your friends. I was gonna say, and your wife put you up to this? Did she put you up to this, or was this your own bright idea?
That's my friends. Watch Grumpy Old Man in Northern Michigan, 92.3 FM.
Terrific. All right, very good. All right, so they got you up to her. Kenny, you're a good sport. I love what you're wearing here. I especially love the belly hanging over right there. All right. Kenny, what time did you start drinking today? That's what I want to know. Is it really? Yeah? Let me say that again. I'm going to repeat what you said, and that's the most important lesson in life right there. He says, I don't drink, this is natural. Very, very good. That's right. You don't need a drink to be as fun like Kenny is right now. I don't know if that's what you call it fun, but anyway. All right, Kenny, you know what you need to do, my friend. Ready on 3. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Good job there, Kenny. You're a good sport for sure. Come on over here. Come on over, Kenny. Let's get some scores, everybody. What do we got? We got 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 3, 1, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4. From our celebrity judges, our officers right up there. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. This lady completely ignoring me. 3, thank you. 3, 4, 4, 4, 4. She's not ignoring me. I'm kidding. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4, 4. The people coming back in North Star giving him a 4, 4, 5. Very good, North Star. For a score coming in at 4.09. 4.09. Good job there, Kenny. All right, let's see who we've got next. We have got coming up here, ladies and gentlemen, weighing in at 280 pounds, all the way from Norway. All right, all the way from Norway. Give it up for Andres. Oh, Andres almost slipped right there. Andres, you okay? Okay. Andres, first of all the way from Norway, yeah?
Sure. To escape the cold.
Escape the cold. You know, Andres, back in the old days, all of our captains, our staff captains, everybody was from Norway, right? But we've got our staff captain from Sweden, and we've got our captain from Denmark. I thought he was from Sweden. I made a mistake earlier at the cruise. But again, I want to tell you that this is great to see somebody from Norway on board our ship out here. Are you having a good time?
I'm having a very good time.
Terrific. And who are you on the cruise with?
I'm here with my girlfriend.
Your girlfriend, where is she? Right there. Okay, terrific. All right. Celebrating anything just other than a good time and escape from the cold?
No, just having a good time.
Having a good time. Do they do the belly flop in Norway at all?
Sure we do.
There you do. Well, I see your belly flop moving around, but I don't think that's the same thing. Get up there. Come on, Andres. All right, let's see what you got here, my friend. All right, here comes Andres on 3. Ready? 1. Get right to the edge. Get right to the edge. 1, 2, 3. Andres, what was that, my friend? What was that? You just stepped off. You just stepped off. That's all you did. Come on, give Andres a big round of applause right there. Anyway, that totally was a Norwegian belly flop. That's what Katie just reminded me. Let's see what we got. We got 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Where's his girlfriend? 5. For a score coming in for Andres at 0.07. Actually, but that's kind of nice. He's 007. There you go. Very good. I like that. Very good. Very good. Very good, Katie. I like that. Okay, it's time to bring back another one of our friends from Canada. Here comes weighing in. Are you ready for this? And from Montreal, weighing in at 290 pounds. It is Dory. Is it Dory? All right, Dory, come on up. I'll make sure I can understand the writing here. Dory, who are you on the cruise with?
My wife, a bunch of friends, and a lot of new friends as well all around here.
A lot of new friends. That's exactly right. That's the way cruising is all about. A lot of new friends. And are you celebrating anything?
Having fun.
Having fun. Get up there, Dory. You know what you need to do.